What is up, you guys? It is Zach coming at you with another video. Got Chris again.
Hey, how's it going?
So, we are going to be playing some Luigi's Mansion 3. The main reason we're doing this is because actually Chris and I played a lot of Luigi's Mansion 3 throughout our time hanging out together, and we formed some opinions, and I think there's just a lot of stuff we could talk about, but I figured we should also play the game for you, just so you have, something cool to kind of watch as we play.
Yeah.
So, I guess we can get into it. Oh, I think you disappeared. There we go. Yeah, so I think that's one of the big
things. I sense a recurring theme.
Yeah, so, that's, I guess, one thing we can probably talk about right away is, well, I guess, before we actually even get into that, I mean, what did you think of this game after probably not playing it for a while? Because it's also been a while since I've played it.
Yeah, I think, we just finished it yesterday. It was either my second or third time playing the whole game through. I don't remember, but I played it through once at launch. And then, a few times I've gone back to it and tried to start a new playthrough. I've only made it so far, just for whatever reason. But it's complicated. I don't really know where to start. We just talked about it a lot on Saturday too. I mean, I think it's a great game, but I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin, man. It's so hard. You go.
Yeah, I've never had such a hard time describing my feelings for a game because this game is so conflicting to me. I've never had a game that I both really like, but also really dislike. There are games where I do have conflicting feelings. That's pretty common. But, with this game, they took such a step in the right direction after Dark Moon. They made it all one big mansion. They took away the mission structure. They brought back the human ghosts. But I feel personally, a lot of it was, a half step in the right direction and not quite the full amount of stuff that I wanted. For example, they brought back the human ghosts, which are awesome, but they're very rare to come across. It's only once per floor, and they're generally pretty easy to beat, so it's not like it's worth it, or it's not like it's...
Yeah, and it's the difference in the first game, it was the rooms that they were in, they used to live and inhabit those rooms, and they served a purpose and everything, and here they just kind of act as bosses. Really.
Yeah, imagine
it's not like this guy used to live here in this place and he had and he whatever. It's just no, he's just a boss.
Yeah,
really.
If in this room there was some sort of little night ghost or or something like that for you to fight rather than 3 of the generic ghosts that we've been seeing the whole game. That kind of stuff could have given the game more individuality. Come on, please. Thank you. Yeah, it could have just given the game more individuality and just make it stand out more.
Yeah.
Because I just feel... I also feel
basically just say, okay, what was this ghost, or before they were a ghost, what was this character's, this person's purpose? What did they do for a living? What was their story? What was their personality? And then, base their, attacks and just stuff off of that. Just more lore, I guess. It's what would have been, something I love about the first game. Truly feels like a real mansion that used to be lived in and, lively. This is just a series of levels that were created for a video game.
Yeah. And they all, to me, just the big thing also is it doesn't feel realistic. I don't even mean in its art style or anything. I just mean just the scope of the hotel. Okay, so why is there a floor that's based on an ancient? Oh, excuse me, I set the plunger out. What? Oops. Why is there a floor that's based on a... Okay, you got it. An ancient Egyptian tomb, and why is there a restaurant that's all water?
This one is honestly the most immersion breaking to me. When I'm here in this wherever we are, I don't feel like I'm in the hotel. I feel like I'm just totally forget that I'm in a hotel. At least with the sunken ship, they make it look like a big ballroom that was turned into this, kind of like a hotel.
Yeah.
With this floor, I truly feel like I am in a castle, in the medieval times or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wish they, it seems thematically, the game is all over the place. It doesn't know if it wants to be in a hotel or if it wants to explore other worlds. It just, I don't want to go down this ladder. It just doesn't, how do I... Jeez. It just doesn't quite know. And I don't know, it just, to me, just takes me out of the immersion that Luigi, especially like you said, floors like this, I'm not in a hotel anymore. And like even though like it looks like there's a big ballroom where the ship is. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Like it's like, why would that be there?
It's just, I mean, it's purely, there's just no, it's just made with totally different intentions than the first game was made with. Like, it's just practically like is a completely different type of game now. Like, the core gameplay of catching ghosts is similar, but I mean, like, I look at the first Luigi's Mansion and it very much feels like Nintendo's take on the first Resident Evil in a lot of ways. Whereas this is like I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. This is like the Mario Odyssey equivalent of like Luigi's Mansion. Like, ooh, new creative stuff happening all the time, and each world is like bigger and crazier and like cooler and more creative than the last. And it's like, that's, for a Mario game, that's great. For a Luigi's Mansion game, that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, I mean, oh great.
Try to climb up this ladder, by the way.
I can't climb up ladders as Luigi.
Yeah, there's another complaint. Luigi is absolutely worthless. Like he's the worst. Try to open this door. Try to progress the game. Like it's like like the second player is like just a shadow for the first player. It almost kind of reminds me of maybe like a more functional like can't you stuff with Cappy and like Odyssey with a second player kind of, or like stuff like that. Like you're just kind of like a lesser version of the first character. You can't go up ladders. You can't open doors. You can't collect keys. You know, and you can use key. Oh yeah, right. We have to. Forgot. Like, if you're behind a gate and you collect a key, like, you can't, like, I don't remember the exact instances, but...
Wait, I can just go down there.
Can you? Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it just bothers me. Like, that's why I don't think this game needs to be a co-op game. It's like...
Yeah, especially because they already have multiplayer modes for it.
Yeah.
You got Scare Scraper, which is great, and then whatever the heck the other thing is. Scream Park, which is just...
stupid.
Not fun. But anyways... Like, they have that. So I don't really understand why the main thing has to have co-op. I mean, I'm glad it does. For me, it doesn't detract at all from, like, the experience as in single player. It's just, like, if you got a friend, it's like, hey, it's kind of fun, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to exist.
Because for me, it...
Oh, right.
Yeah. For me, it's, like... It's fun as a co-op game, but for me, because of the fact that it's so co-op focused, it detracts from the single player experience. Because now, when you're playing single player, you have to always swap between the two characters. You know, if like, it's, I don't know. Like, I just think it tries to do multiple things at once, but doesn't really succeed 100% with either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with all these mini... Oh, that's another thing.
Okay,
whole
separate topic. Here we go.
Like this.
Ghosts. Minis.
Why?
Like
the game...
This is, like... This isn't fun.
Yeah, no. And the game has so few ghost types. If you're going to do these mini ghosts, whatever, but why not at least make them unique looking?
It's kind of fun now. Because the first time we've done it in this, you know, in this session. But if we play for another hour, it's not going to be fun. It's like, oh my gosh, more minis, yay!
Yeah, like they show up and they're just so pointless and what's that glow thing? Is that Luigi? Oh, it's Luigi's flashlight.
Yeah, it's Luigi's flashlight.
But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. And water. Why? Like, I get it. It makes it
cool,
like...
thanks, game. That made no sense.
Alright, so you have to go through there. Like, there are some... Like, this puzzle is relatively unique.
What do I do?
But...
What is it?
Oh, I don't think you can... Actually, hold on. I don't think you can do anything, because there's water there. Excuse me? Thank you. So I think... Oh, actually, no, you have to do this, actually.
Ah, yeah.
Can I walk through that? No.
I must just go all the way.
Oh, okay.
That's confusing. Oh, shit. I guess I have to hold it. Yeah. Oh, it would have... Okay, it would have done that.
Yeah, so hold on. So I gotta get on lane. Don't come out yet. Okay, come out now. Go. So like this puzzle's okay. Like this makes use of both characters decently well. But like, for example...
Yeah, and this is like after... This is sort of like right after Luigi, you know, is unlocked. And this is kind of the first big floor with them, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool.
I just remember there were so many times where it was just pointless. Like I remember the shopping mall floor. On the shopping mall floor, the boss battle on that only Luigi can fight in. So it's like half the time Luigi's just standing there doing nothing. So if you're playing co-op, it's very boring for the one person just sitting there watching the second player do the boss battle. Like I don't know. Like that's why I preferred the optional co-op for the 3DS one, because both players participate in just as much of the game. It never gets boring for one person over the other because you're both doing the same exact things, I guess. Oh, why did I go that soon? Oh my gosh, I went late. Okay, so let's switch to some positive things that this game does, because we need to talk some positive about it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good.
I think the game, I mean, obviously the game looks beautiful, but I think, like, I originally wasn't a huge fan of the art style that was introduced in Dark Moon, but I think 3 did it justice. Like, 3 made me appreciate the art style more. Oh my god, I can't do anything in here. So you gotta vacuum the, like, this is another thing, like, I can't do anything here. So, like, you have to, well, not that, you have to vacuum this cart so that it goes in front of these guys so that I can walk through.
Oh.
Yeah, so now there's another one over that you have to dark light.
I like that neither of us are really having a good time doing this.
It's just, like, why?
We also did just play this whole floor yesterday, too.
Yeah. Well, we didn't, actually, because we were past this.
We did, like, to begin with for a little bit.
Like, we started to play it and then realized, like,
we
after that we'd
had
done
a
it.
different save.
Yeah. Oh, minis!
Hey.
Look, there's, like,
wow,
10...
that's crazy.
Yeah, you thought you fought a lot of blue ghosts before? Here are more, just smaller. It's just... Positive. Gotta think positive.
Yeah. We've also recorded like 5 videos today, so we're both just like,
we're both pretty
I just want to
deep.
Complain about Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. But like this is cool. I like this. Like these kind of mechanics are cool. Where like it seems like, okay, Luigi's like creeping through these all, but like, well, let's.
I love it. Like I want to walk slowly through this.
Yeah.
Like,
but like Luigi's like normal walk speed is like at a brisk pace. It's like, I don't know, like a little bit slower. It makes him kind of creep.
It'd be nice if you walked a little slower.
Kind of creep around, look around, like.
The flashlight serves some purpose in here. Like, look at this.
Yeah, like rooms like this, like show what like a cool like atmospheric Luigi Mansion.
Dude, imagine if this was completely dark though, just lit up by those torches, and then you shine your light on this and see that, and you're like, oh.
In fact, hold on. Can't I adjust the brightness? Can't I? Hold on, let me see. Picture. Hold on. Ready?
Ooh.
There you go. It's a bit darker now.
Scary.
Look at this.
Who's that? Who's that? I wonder who that is. What if we're gonna see? Oh wait, I guess we already saw him earlier, but
yeah.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah, look, it's so spooky. That's at -6.
Should keep it like that.
So, yeah, let's keep it like this. Let's see. I think we're about to get into the boss fight, right?
Scary.
Yeah, even this, like, even when you decrease the brightness, like, that's another thing. Is going back to the things I hate. The game had, okay, this is kind of a compliment, but the game looks, with the lighting, looks great. Like in that hallway, that looks great.
Yeah.
But then when you come out here, it's so brightly lit. It's inconsistent. I wish there was just a consistent lighting style it went for, because the game has a brightness slider, which is great. And people can adjust it for whatever they want. Perfect. But if the game was consistent with its lighting, it would be more useful. Like, because people who want it dark, you can just switch on the brightness slider all the way down, and life would be grand for them. And the people who want the opposite can slide it all the way up. But there's no consistency. Alright, let's see. How do we defeat this guy again? Oh, right here. So we do that, and then boom. You see, this is another one boss fight. It's like, oh, Chris is just kind of watching. Like, he's not helping. Like, you can't do anything.
Like, I'd like this better if it just, like the other boss fights in the first game, or like the one from this game. I forgot which one it was.
The magician one.
Like, if it just took us to some, like, alternate dimension, you know? Like, in the first game, you're on the roof, and it's all, like, creepy and, like, spacey. Like, just do that. Like, versus this, where it's, like, still pretending to be a hotel, but it's like, come on.
Yeah. Here, I'll let you do the fun... Oh, never mind. Ouch. And the thing is that, like... I wish they... Okay, so for the boss fights, right? Like, they're all defeated in one particular way. I think for, like, co-op, there should be, like, an alternate way. Like, if, let's say, if he captures me, maybe he's weak. So that, like, while he's attacking me, you can do something still. I don't know. Like, just a way to make the co-op... If you're gonna put in co-op, at least go the full effort. Like, because this is pointless, really.
Yeah.
I can think I actually like this boss battle. Like, I think the boss battles overall in the game are decently strong.
Yeah, that's good.
But I just don't know.
It's like I love this game when I first played it too. It's just over time. I mean, I also just replayed the first Luigi's Mansion, just like a few months ago, and just like I said this on the live stream a little while ago, but I was just like playing this. It's just these are obviously two different games.
Yeah.
And it's not like this is like struggling to be what the first game was. It's like no, it's not trying to be that, and it's obvious.
And that's just my problem with it in general. It's like when you're making the game part of the same series. Like, that's where I start to have more of an issue. Like, when you're, like, continuing a game in the same series, but you're just completely changing it each time, that's where my issue with it, like, comes. Like, you look at this, and you look at the original, it's like, it's not even Luigi. I mean, it has its core mechanics of vacuuming the ghost and all of that, but, I don't know, it just feels different.
And when the Polterkitty starts coming in, and they're just forcing the backtracking that way.
Yeah.
It's so cheap.
Like, it's really, really cheap when they start to force the backtracking. I've said this to Chris. Backtracking inherently is not bad.
Oh, no.
In fact, it can be quite good. It can...
Yeah.
Again, the first game, where it's like, I remember you clear Area 2, but there's still some rooms that are locked that you can't get into yet. And, you know, you come back, you're not just retreading old stuff, you're getting to explore new areas. So it's not just going back and being in the same environment again. It's going back to an environment you're familiar with, but getting to see new stuff. And that's what I liked. Here, it's just like Polterkitty. Oh, you're going through these same exact rooms you've already been through.
Right. Yep.
Oh yeah, by the way, he fell too far behind. If you're too slow, nope, you can't do that as well as Luigi.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this hallway.
Oh.
Like, there are some rooms where, like, we turn the brightness slider down. Not even that much. -6.
-6 out of what, like 100?
Yeah. Like, and it just looks so... much better.
Like, I want to look at, what's that? Oh, okay, I want to look up here. What's up here? You know?
Yeah. And it's like, hold on, let me turn the brightness slider up. Like, when the game is super bright, like, the game, like, doesn't look that great. Like, I feel like things look plasticky almost. Yeah. Like, look, everything just kind of looks plasticky and flat. And that's where, like, the darker...
Yeah, it's like not only is the brightness up, but also, like, the contrast is, like, down.
Yeah.
Just because the brightness is so up.
Yeah, so, let me see. So, we're not controls, whoops, back. So, having the darkness in just kind of hides all that flatness. Like, you can even see more details in the carpet.
Yeah.
Like, with the lights off. You can see more of that. And, I don't know, it's a shame that I just didn't decide not to really go down that route. And, especially when we go up to the next floor, which is the 7th floor, the plant floor. Yeah. That is all, look at this!
Ooh.
Like... Ooh. The floors are lit so much. Like the plant floor is, like, probably, like, the best lit floor in the whole entire tower.
This is satisfying, but, like, you know, it's also not... It's also as unsatisfying as it is satisfying. Because it's, like, it's not just the brightness.
Yeah.
It's the entire tone. And it's... Even when you jack the brightness down like this, like, it's obvious that still the rest of the game, it just wasn't designed, you know, in a way to mimic that. And that's just, like, the... nature of, you know, the evolution of, like, Nintendo, and, like, they're trying to make games that everyone can play. Like, when I was a little kid, I couldn't play the first Luigi's Mansion. I was terrified of it. Like, I get it. Yeah. I just miss it. I still wish that, you know.
Yeah. But for me, it's also the fact of, like, look, you see right now, Luigi on the screen is shaking. He's petrified.
He's scared.
Trying to portray the emotion of Luigi being scared, but not really doing anything to make it seem like Luigi could be scared. Like, not really doing anything spooky. Like, I remember, like, one of the first instances of the game is, like, one of the ghosts goes, like,
yeah.
And Luigi's shook with fear.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, why? Like, there were scarier things in your previous 2 adventures.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of, look at this.
Ooh.
Like, hold on, wait, we gotta creep through this hallway, right? We gotta creep.
Like, look around a little bit.
And hold on, wait. We won't be able to hear it, but the Mario call. Just calling out for Mario. So cool, like, turning your flashlights around, looking around.
See, I kind of wish the game forced you to walk slower. Like, it wasn't so,
yeah.
Like, look how fast I'm going. Oh, I'm breezing through all this.
Yeah,
we're never going to pay attention to, like, how detailed this is.
Or at least for new areas. Right, like, maybe if this is an area we visited before, sure, Luigi knows it, he can walk through, or run through. But, like, in an area that Luigi's never been to before, Like, and it's a shame they didn't really do anything with this either. You just kind of walk through it. There's no ghost to fight. There's no nothing happens.
I mean, I kind of like that because it builds the atmosphere and it's like a build up. Like, ooh, where are we going? You know, like it's quiet.
True.
But like, the game doesn't at all support that build up because you can just run straight through it. You know.
Yeah. Oh, this is another thing I'm going to complain about really quickly because it's also kind of links to Polterkitty as well. But let's watch this cutscene together. So, okay, there's the elevator button. Luigi has the elevator button. Great. Let's go back to the elevator. Let's go back to the elevator. Oh my god, Luigi threw the elevator button.
Oh, wow.
Like, why not just have it so that, because I don't care about that. You know, like, I'm, like, just at least have the ghost have the elevator button.
It's like typically...
So this whole cutscene
typically, like, I don't care. I'm able to look past, you know, things like that because it's funny and it's whatever, you know? But, like...
It happens so often.
It's like, oh, okay, it just takes a little bit of thinking to just, you know, solve that, to never have that be an issue in the first place.
Yeah, like, if it happens once or twice, like, fine, you know, it's a funny little gag, whatever. But when it's done over and over again, like, on the restaurant floor, like, there's, like, a mouse that steals the elevator button. It happens twice. Like, that's something that doesn't need to happen twice. Like, Luigi loses the elevator button because he's clumsy. When did clumsy become a trait for Luigi?
Yeah, or like, not a trait, but like something that influences his actions, I guess. Like, Luigi being like clumsy is like fun and funny and stuff. It should be part of his personality, but not, the whole game shouldn't be like his, like the action, the events of the game shouldn't be determined by, oh, Luigi's clumsy, oh, he dropped this, oh, it should just be part of his character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's almost why I said it's part of his personality.
Which this game isn't, but still, it's like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember, like, the whole tone of the original game is that Luigi is borderline a coward, but he powered through it to save his brother and ended up being a hero. But this, I just see Luigi's a little bit of a bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
Like in
it's for kids.
There's almost
you know?
character development, almost. Like, Luigi walked into the mansion scared, you know?
Dude, like, in the first game, like, Luigi's animations, like, of him being scared, like, scared me. Like his terror is like honest and like, oh gosh, like, yeah, that is scary. You know, and this, yeah, it's all bumbling, clumsy. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's clear. It's like, not only is it clearly a different game, but it's so clearly not even trying to be the same type of game. It'd be one thing if it was like Paper Mario: The Origami King is like trying to be more like Thousand Year Door, but it just kind of failed in a lot of ways. Versus this game, it's not trying to like be the first game, you know, in any way. It's just, and that partially gives me this feeling of like, I give up.
Yeah.
You know, versus like, oh, it's like so close. It's like, no, it's just, which makes me sad.
Yeah.
But still, again, it's like still a really fun.
It's a great game. It's just, for me, not a great Luigi's Mansion game that I want. Let's take a second to look at this room. This room looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I wanted to see more of. Like, I wanted more hotel stuff. Like, you can do stuff to transform the hotel rooms, to keep the hotel theme, but make each area feel different. And I feel like this area did it decently well.
Yeah, totally.
Just wish I saw more.
So did, like, the magician floor is also just great.
Yeah, the magician floor. Even, like the ones that didn't directly go into the hotel thing, like the fitness center. That's a great floor. Like, you know, they did a really good job designing that floor. I think the fitness floor is probably one of the best designed because it makes sense. It seems like a gym at a hotel. Mm-hmm. And here's actually something that we think differently about. I think you said you like this slam, right?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I totally get why you don't. It's fun. Because the game, again, is like a totally just different game already that I'm like, sure, make it more action. Whatever. Honestly, it just gets me through the encounters quicker, and I'm okay with that.
True.
Because there's so many ghost encounters.
Yeah. Like, for me, like this room, for instance, what just happened there is, I know we're talking a lot about this room in particular, but we explored the room, and as soon as we went on to the next one, the gates went up.
Yeah.
It should have just been like, you go to the room, you deal with the ghosts, then you get the key to the next room, do any exploring you want, and just go.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be, like, when you want to move on to the next room, that's when the ghosts show up. Yeah. It should be just the first things you have to deal with.
Yeah, exactly, because, like, that's the point. The ghosts, you know, inhabit those rooms, and you're barging in on, like, their lives that they're trying to, like, hold on to, even though they're dead. which that sounds really like morbid, but like that's the deal with ghosts. They get mad because they're trying to keep living life as though they're not dead, and then you. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I get it completely though, because it's just like, can I? Oh, I have to vacuum up all these.
Why couldn't Luigi just? I don't really care, but still, why couldn't he
It's
just
one of
walk
those
through
things.
there?
It just like takes away from the co-op experience when the second player just can't do a lot of things the first player can, even though it tries to act as if they can. Personally, but I do want to say something really positive right now. Like this portion of the game actually does look really, really good.
Yeah.
Like it's a grassy floor. It's got the very green tone to it. Don't know why they're throwing pineapples. That part doesn't make sense. But the rest of it is just like you have this beautiful garden floor. You have these nice purple flowers to kind of accent the green.
It's great.
It's really nice. It's beautiful.
It is.
I forget what to do here.
I did nothing. It's hard to even see Luigi.
Yeah, he blends in with the grass.
Yeah, I like these rooms too. 'Cause these feel like real hotel rooms.
Yeah, and it gives off a nice autumn vibe too. Like you have like the autumn leaves here. They got those thorns over there. Can you hurt yourself on those? Yes, you can. Like that kind of attention to detail is just really, really cool, and I like that. I just wish there was more to do in the room than just kind of vacuum up all the leaves.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think you have to pull this vine or something. Oh no, you have to. I remember. You have to slam this into the toilet. That's kind of cool, but even still, it's just like vacuum up all the leaves, or slamming the watermelons, or. And the lighting coming in from that window over there is so good. Like, you get the moonlight shining in, everything else is kind of dark.
Yeah, I love all the times. There's not many times, but whenever you step out, like, onto a balcony in this game, you're reminded, like, oh my gosh, I'm isolated and I'm so high up and, like, I have no escape. And it's like, ooh, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's spooky. You see the moonlight.
Yeah, I remember there's one part in particular where it's a completely optional area. You don't have to go through it. It's on the 5th floor. And there's like a gem in like you go outside, like you scoot along a ledge, and then there's like a vent you can walk into, and the vent is very small, so the camera's very zoomed in, so you see Luigi's animations better. Yeah. There's spider webs. Have you ever seen that area?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hold on. Forget this. I'm taking you there.
Okay.
It's legit. Never mind.
Never mind.
We're fighting your favorite ghost of all time. I actually like this ghost, to be honest.
Which one is it? Oh, the purple one?
Yeah.
I hate it.
I love it. I actually really like it.
I don't like how it grabs you and stuns you.
I like that because it's a more challenging ghost.
That's true. I like that it's challenging. It's just the rest of the game is so not challenging that I'm like, it just makes you feel annoyed.
I think we can both grab it, right? Yeah. Beat him up. I think my least favorite ghost is actually going to be the one that shows up. This one. These ghosts are so stupid. Like, why is it literally just a giant rectangular prism? Like, why?
That's true. I have no idea.
Join me, brother.
Yeah.
Did we do it too early? Might have done it too early. 7 health. No. So after we defeat this ghost, I think I'll show you the area on the 5th floor.
Yeah,
and then we'll call it quits because it's already 5:40.
Oh, dang.
But that's my thing about this game, is the areas that I think it does really well, it does so well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, borderline perfection for what I want.
Yeah.
Like, literally. But then there are the areas that are just so far from what I want, it just makes me want the other stuff more. And it's just, like, honestly, I think this floor is what I wanted more of. Because I really like this floor, and like the magician floor, just more exploring.
No, why can't we?
There we go.
I'm just gonna. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. These floors are great.
And actually, do you remember the boss fight from this one much?
Yeah. It's.
I
don't know.
I actually liked it, because it didn't really do anything. Ooh. It didn't do anything like so different or extraordinary, but that's also kind of what I liked about it. But you also got to use the chainsaw thingy. Like, it introduced like some new mechanics and all of that.
Yeah, that's true. No, I like this boss fight, this whole floor.
Okay, let's head up. Or down, actually. It's the 5th floor I want to show you. Oh. Like, I've had times where Luigi just pops randomly for, like, no reason.
He just pops. Just stick a needle in him.
It's so weird. There we go.
Oh, I love that, looking out the window in the mirror.
Yeah, all right. Oh, I love this hallway. Look at that. Like, the moonlighting. Like, this is what I wanted.
Yeah, this floor. Yeah, I forget about this floor, but I love it.
It's so beautiful looking. Like, just like this.
Yep. And the way the camera follows you when you start walking in.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, that's the thing. Like, this is such a small detail, but a lot of this game... We have to go this way.
Oh.
But, yeah, I wanted to show that, because a lot of this game lacks hallways.
Yeah.
And I think hallways just add a lot to it. I don't even know how to explain it. It's such a small thing, but it's...
Yeah, it's like you're progressing deeper into the, and it's just feels very claustrophobic in the way that Luigis Mansion should.
Yeah.
And for hotels, it seems like it's pretty fitting.
Yeah.
Which is especially weird.
Is it here? Where's the entrance? There's a way you can get out here. Where is it? Oh, I think I have to take these down? There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So firstly, there's obviously this, which is so cool.
Oh, I did this. I love this.
Yeah. You get that, and then you scoot up here. Yep. Oh, you can't be out here. Yeah. Look at this. So we're gonna scoot along here, all scared and spooky. I like this, and then you come. Is it here? Oh no, that's the look in the window. So we go in here. This. Get this dark. Like, look at the spider webs here. Like, there's such an obvious upgrade from Dark Moon, because Dark Moon spider webs looked awful. Mm-hmm. Like, you get this dark and creepy little vent thingy that you walk into. I just like this. I wanted more of this.
Yeah.
And then you come up here. Oh. Like, if the whole game was like this kind of thing, like very close, the camera very close to you, everything was so dark, the spider webs looking all realistic and stuff, then this game would be like legit top tier. Like, exactly what I wanted.
Love it. Yeah, just more like secrets like this, like you feel like you're really exploring and unraveling.
Yeah.
This, place.
Yeah. But I don't think there's much more we really have to say. We talked a lot about this game.
Now, so bad, it's so negative.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing, is that you have to take this video in a light of, we're not hating on this game, we're saying all these things about the game because we hate the game. We're just saying these things because this game could have been better and something bigger.
Right, but, and also because the things that are great about this game, like, are obvious.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it looks pretty great. It's like, it's fun, and it's a good game for a lot of people can enjoy and everything. Like, that stuff is pretty clear, and it's been talked to death,
Exactly.
But yeah.
Like, because that is the thing, is that, the good points of the game are mainly what people highlight. And, like you said earlier, it is also a great game for a casual gamer.
Yeah.
Someone who hasn't been invested in the Luigi's Mansion series, which, hey, is great. But when you are making a series, you also want to make something that the people who like the series also just like, because this game, like I said, does bring back a lot of stuff, but it also doesn't at the same time. But
yeah.
I guess that's it. This is just the most random video I think I've ever recorded. But it's just, because I haven't talked about Luigi's Mansion 3 in a while, and, given I haven't played it in quite a while, and then we got to play it together, it just sparked a lot of those old thoughts I had in my head. It's just like, we should talk about it. Especially since having someone else here to hear a different opinion as well, or hear someone else's opinion is also really good.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, anything else you want to add before we sign off?
I don't think so. This was fun. It's nice to, like, I often try to be very, like, realistic and, like, benefit of the doubt when I talk about stuff to, like, not hurt people's feelings or whatever, and just be realistic. But, like, it's nice to just be totally honest too,
Yeah, like that's the thing.
I wish this was like the first game.
I just never care. Like, I've gotten to the point where it's like, some people tell me, oh, Luigi's Mansion 3 is better, and what I always say is, that's your opinion. Like, hey,
dude, I'm glad you feel that way, because it means you're happy.
Yeah, the one thing I never say is that, like, your opinion is invalid because you think that Luigi's Mansion is... Like, that's why I said, like, most casual people think that Luigi's Mansion 3 is, like, this amazing gem. People who are fans of the older games have nitpicks. Even if I think it's still an amazing game, which I think it's an amazing game in a lot of instances.
Yeah, me too.
It's amazing. But there are problems, and I don't know. That's why I like to talk about it, because no one else does.
Yeah. So I'll be very curious to just see where this series goes next, honestly. If they're just heading straight to 4, they're going to do some kind of spin-off thing, or, re-release the first game on Switch, or heck, even Dark Moon. I don't know.
Release the first 2 games, please. I would like that.
That'd be so cool.
I would like that. Like, I would be fine with no Luigi's Mansion 4, at least for a while, if they release the first 2 games. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'm intrigued to see what the reception of this video will be.
Who knows?
Very intrigued. But I'm obviously going to edit a lot of it down, so we'll see how it comes out. So drop a like and subscribe, all that stuff down below. Truly appreciate it. By the time this video comes out, I don't know how close I'll be to 4,000, but
It's true. We gotta get there, though.
Gotta get there.
If we're not already there, help us get there. If
Even
we're
if
already there, congrats.
Yeah, if we are there, get me 5,000?
Yeah.
Because I think 5,000 would actually be a pretty big milestone as well.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.